Hey everybody. 2021 ended with lots of optimism for Chainlink, with the news that staking and CCIP are going to be released in 2022. Many people were sensing the opportunity in early December, and the hype continued to grow as Chainlink was defying the odds and moving against Bitcoin and the rest of the market. And many people were hopeful that Chainlink would be able to break this almost 9-month downtrend that it has been in. But all of that came to a screeching halt when we suffered a 50% drop in the price. A measly 50% price decrease is not going to phase a long-time Link Marine, but it definitely had an effect on the hype train that Chainlink was building with the big fundamental news that came out early this year and the opportunity that is presented with a multi-month downtrend in the token's price. And it does actually seem like we have put in a bottom, at least for the time being. It seems like we are holding support on this pretty interesting trend line, the one that we bounced off of in the summer to put in our final bottom. And we also had some resistance on this area back in 2020. But we do have some pretty interesting levels of support below this area. So I'm going to be looking at the significant support that we have beneath us. And I'm also going to be looking at the indications to see if it's possible to build a case for a bottom here. So starting off, something that I've been doing with most crypto assets is I've been pulling a macro fib retracement from the March 2020 bottoms up to the peaks to hopefully get some macro levels of support about 8 or so percent down from where we just put in a bottom. We have the 786 of this fib retracement. And interestingly, this 786 is sitting right on top of the point of control of this range that we traded in before we pumped up to all-time highs. And if you zoom in on this range, you can actually see that this level acted as pretty strong resistance for us and even support a few times here. And then once we broke above this level, we bounced off this level for support. So I do expect this level to act as very strong support. It is sitting right about $12.70 since we spent a good amount of time trading in this range here. And since we broke above it, we have managed to hold support on top of this range right here. I do expect the point of control of this range to act as strong support as well. And if we come down below this level, it would be hard for me to make a case of strong support until we get down to this $8.72 level. Because you can see we had strong resistance on it there, and then we held support on it here with one final wick off of this level. So I do hope that if Chainlink's price is going to come a little bit lower, that it is able to hold support on this level right here. Now checking out Market Cipher B, seeing what the indications are saying here. On the daily time frame, it does appear like we are about to get a BitBoy green dot. And if you look closely at where we are about to print a green dot, we did in fact print a slight bullish divergence on the daily time frame here, unless this momentum wave comes down a little bit more, which it very well could. But as of right now, looks like we are forming a bullish divergence with this recent drop right here. Looking at the daily money flow here, it looks like it has stopped moving in a downwards direction. It is kind of just trending sideways at this point. So it definitely has the potential to start working its way up to the positive now. And if this money flow does start to turn around, you can see that overall the daily money flow has been increasing. Seems like we are putting in a higher low in the daily money flow here. Looking at the 4-hour money flow, you can see a similar thing. It looks like the money flow is starting to plateau on the negative side, and hopefully it can start working its way over to the positive here. And we did get a nice little 4-hour bullish divergence here as we came down to retest these previous lows from the summer. And if you look at the RSI on the 4-hour, you can see that it is kind of coiling up on the bottom here. This is actually a potential sign that we could get an explosive move in the opposite direction. And actually, one great example of this is if you go back to early or mid-July when we put in the bottoms in the summer, you can see that the RSI looks pretty similar over here as it does over here. You can see it coiling up on the bottom here before we got an explosive move to the upside. And actually, I turned off everything else on Market Cipher B so you can actually see this clearer. Looking on the 4-hour time frame, really the only time that you see the RSI coiling up on the bottom like this is right here before we put in the summer bottoms. You kind of see it over here in this area when we put in the local bottoms, but it's not nearly as coiled up as it is here or as it is over here. Now you did see the RSI right around the same levels over here, but it wasn't exactly coiling up. It was kind of moving up and down on the bottom here. This over here looks very similar to this over here, so that is very interesting to see. Coming down to the 2-hour, you can see that Link printed bullish divergences here as well, and the money flow is looking a bit more promising here on the 2-hour. You can see we are actually trending in a positive direction here with the money flow, and there's even a bit of a bullish divergence here with the money flow as we were printing new lows in price action. The 1-hour, same thing, but again, just slightly more apparent. The money flow appears to be increasing and could be close to crossing over into the positive here soon. And just going down to the 30-minute, you can see same thing here. The money flow is overall increasing. And actually, you can drag this line back and see the money flow on the 30-minute has been increasing since the 17th of January. So this is a good sign to see that there is money coming into the asset as we're coming down to significant support levels. So overall, I can't tell you if this is going to be the bottom for Chainlink or if we are going to put in a bottom soon, but I can tell you that appears like we have found support on this significant level here for now. We have a very significant area of support sitting right below us, and in my opinion, I do not think the Link project is going to be affected by short-term negative price action. I think the only ones that are going to be affected by that are the people who are unsure about the future of the project. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, consider leaving a like and subscribing. It means a lot to me. I really appreciate all the support. And I will see you all on Thursday for my next video. Peace.